Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, Hare Krishna. So, we welcome all the devotees for this evening Bhagavad Gita class. So, we were supposed to take today verse number 3, but as per Mataji's instruction, so she told me I can take one new topic. This mostly names of Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita and Arjuna. So I'll see how much time it permits. So according to the verse, today's verse, basically what we see, Duryodhana, he is seeing the army of Pandavas, he becomes fearful. So next 9 verses, they explain about the fear of Duryodhana. So our acharyas, they explain, Duryodhana out of fear, not out of respect, he went to Dronacharya. He didn't went out of respect, he went out of fear. It is not that he went out of respect, because he became so much fearful seeing the Pandavas' army being arranged by Dhristadyumna. So, although he is mentioned as a king, but it is like one kind of, indirectly he is addressed as a king, but he didn't have that caliber. But still, also he is called Maharati, but still he felt fearful, and out of fear he went to this thing, Dronacharya, and next 9 verses they explain about his diplomacy. So today we are taking, basically there are total 237 names which come in Bhagavad Gita throughout this 700 verses. So out of which 55 names of Lord Krishna are there. Arjuna is being addressed with 25 names. Then Mahabharat war, there are so many personalities. Out of that, 105 were very important personalities. And there were 23 groups. There is a mention of councils, their name is there. 5 locations, 7 weapons. Then there are natural phenomena, 6. Then there are 4 miscellaneous names. And in text there are 6 names. So altogether it comes to 237. So next we'll come to know about the council of the Pandavas as well as Lord Krishna. So just one question to the audience. So anyone knows? So all know Dhritarashtra, he spoke one verse. So everyone knows the first verse. Okay. Anyone knows how many verses Krishna spoke out of 700? Guess. Anyone can guess? 1, 2, 3. Time out. Okay. 576. Okay. So we should know how many verses spoken by whom. So then anyone knows about Arjuna, how many verses? Anyone can guess? It's 84. Okay. So now anyone mathematician, he can make out how many Sanjaya spoke. So anyone can make out how many verses Sanjay spoke? So quick, somebody. 99. No, wrong. 39. So altogether it comes to 700. Fine. So we should know at least these figures, because when sometimes someone may ask you how many verses Krishna spoke, Arjuna spoke. So this is also very important. So these are the prominent fighters, what we see in Mahabharata. These were the prominent fighters, Maharathis, Adirathis, like that. So Bhishma, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Karna, Duryodhan, Dushasan, Ashwathama, Abhimanyu, Jayadrat, Dhristadyumna, Virat, Ghatotkacha, Drupada, Yudhamanu, Dhristaketu, Chekitan, Purujit, Kunti Bhoj, Shaibhya, Shikhandi, Yudhamanu, Uttamauja, Somadatta, Bhurishrava, Shakuni, and the sons of Draupadi. So these are the prominent fighters on both sides. This is what is mentioned in Mahabharata. And today what we are mentioning here, there is Krishna has 2 categories of names, primary and secondary. So here what we see, especially in Harinam Chintamani, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he quotes that Krishna's names are divided into 2 types, primary and secondary. By taking shelter of primary names, the living entity gets the highest benefit. Those names which are part of the transcendental Leela of the Lord are considered primary. names. Such names as Govinda, Gopal, Ram, Radhanath, Hari reveal the eternal leelas of the Lord, and by chanting them, the living entity gets entrance into the spiritual world. So then the secondary names are those which describes the Lord's functions. The Creator, Paramatma, Brahman are the names for use in karma and jnana kanda and give material elevation and liberation. Since the principal names alone give love of Godhead, the devotees accept only the principal names. Accept in the sense, usually we chant the primary names. So Prabhupada has quoted in many places. In one lecture, what Prabhupada explains, Krishna's names are varieties. Krishna has unlimited number of activities, and according to such activity, he has got unlimited names. But the primary name which is applicable in all circumstances is Krishna. Krishna means all attractive. Krishna attracts everyone, otherwise how you are attracted? If Krishna is not all attractive, from the beginning of your life, you never heard of Krishna, neither you knew about Krishna. Why are you attracted? So Krishna is all attractive. That is the perfect name of God. Krishna, otherwise Krishna has got many names, Sahasranam, thousands of names. This is what Prabhupada quotes. So now Krishna's names, again they are further categorized into 4 parts. So now what we see according to his birth, Janma, Karma, Nama, Guna, Leela, what we call. So according to the birth, what Krishna is named, anyone can tell according to birth? Yashodanandan, Nandanand, like that. So these are the 4 parts, Janma, Karma, Guna, Rupa and Leela. It's five. They are categorized into 5, this thing. So Devaki Nandan, Nandanandan, Yashodanandan, then Vasudev Nandan. These are like by birth. So according to karma, Krishna has done so many pastimes, Madhusudan, Arisudan, Kesini Sudan, Govinda, etc. Then according to qualities, Krishna's quality, Krishna has again unlimited qualities like Dinabandhu, Rishikesha, then Dinavassala, Bhaktavassala. So then according to his form, also Krishna stands in different forms. He has different appearances, Madan Mohan, Manohar, Sham Sundar, etc. Then according to his Leela. So now Krishna, what we see in manifest pastime, so many pastimes are there. Like Makhan Chor, Damodar, Giridhari, Ras Bihari, like that. So these are according to the Krishna's different activities. So now what we see, Krishna is being addressed by 55 names, altogether 152 times. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is addressed altogether 152 times. So today the time doesn't permit, we can't go in depth each name. So what we see, if we just meditate on each name, we can derive so many different meanings, bona fide, valid meaning. It is not that we have to concoct. So first, with alphabetically, the first name comes Achyuta, he who never falls or falls down from his position. So now what we see, 3 things what I observed in Srimad Bhagavatam. The name Krishna, of Krishna as Achyuta, it comes from 1st canto to 12th canto. And the mention of time, energy of Krishna, and lotus feet of Krishna. These are mentioned in almost all 12 cantos. So now this name Achyut is very important. What we see, this will come in 22 verse number 22 in first chapter only. So what we see, Krishna basically in the Mahabharat war, there was a 18 days war. Krishna didn't commit even a small mistake, a small blunder. So if we go telling pastimes, there are unending pastimes. So in 18 days war, Krishna knew what is going to happen for that day, from sunrise to sunset. And accordingly Krishna was acting. And all the 18 days what we see, Krishna, he didn't commit even a small mistake. Krishna didn't say, oh, sorry. There are so many episodes. This picture what you see here, this is the picture on the last day of the war. So when they returned back, Krishna and Arjuna, so Arjuna was feeling little proud. Yes, I have won the war. So it is natural when you achieve something. And that day, usually Krishna used to get down first. Usually that was the procedure. But that day Krishna, he told Arjuna, you get down first. But Arjuna was insisting Krishna, no, you please get down first. But Krishna, he told, no, there is certain fact. For certain reason you have to get down first today. So what happened, the moment Arjuna got down, so all of you know Hanumanji was there all the 18 days on the chariot. So Hanumanji also flew. He also left the chariot. And all of a sudden, there was the chariot, it blasted into complete fire. It got engulfed by fire. So it is mentioned that all these things, weapons which were fired by the different personalities, all the energy of that, it was held in that chariot. And because of Krishna, nothing was happening with the chariot as long as Krishna was there. So the moment Krishna came down, so it went into flames. So this way there are many other pastimes during the Mahabharata. Also one time what happened, like one snake by name Ashwasena, it came in the arrow of Karna, and it told Karna that I want to kill Arjuna by any means, just you fire me. Somehow Karna, he fired that weapon, snake weapon. And what happened, Krishna, he immediately knew what is going to happen. That is going to cut the throat of Arjuna. And Krishna, he pulled the chariot into the earth by just 1 foot. And what happened, that weapon, it just blew off the helmet of Arjuna and it fell on the earth. And Arjuna got little disturbed. He told Krishna, what is happening? Why you are not driving the chariot properly? My helmet is on the earth. Krishna said, no, your head was supposed to be on the earth. Because I put the earth this chariot little down into the earth, so your helmet got onto the earth. So this way, what we see, this Achyuta, we can derive so many meanings. So I have made a list about 15 to 16 meanings for only this name. Other names I will not go in depth. So the prominent is that Krishna, why Arjuna chose Krishna as his charioteer? Because he knew that Krishna is not going to commit even a small mistake. Because what we see, Arjuna knew in the Mahabharata war, if there is some mistake committed, then they will be the loser. And he knew if Krishna, he becomes his charioteer, there will be no mistake on his part. And the victory will be certain. So that's why what we see, Arjuna later on, he will mention Krishna as, he will tell Krishna, please take my chariot in the center of the war field. He will address Krishna as Achyuta. So here what we see, so I'll not go in depth, I'll just read out what are the different meaning. So Brahma explains in Brahma Samhita that Achyutam is infallible, which means that he never forgets himself, even though he is in the material contact. So what we see, in material world, the moment we go to sleep, we forget ourselves. We don't know till the next day we get up what we are exactly. So here Brahma explains Achyutam Anadim Ananta Rupam Goindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So Achyuta, Brahma explains that Krishna, he never forgets himself. Then second, he who never changes his body. So we are changing our body in 84 lakh species of life. Further, number 3, he who never makes any mistake, as I told you before. So what we see, we are prone to do 4 mistakes.
He said he never changes his body.
Yeah.
Now, what about him coming as a fish?
Later on, in the end, during the question answer session, you can ask them. Krishna in manifest Leela, he does. We see that he's born, different ages are there. But Krishna in the spiritual world, Nitya Leela, he has his eternal body, Sachidananda body, in the Nitya Leela. So that's third, he who never makes any mistake. Then second, he never changes the body. Then fourth, he never fails in keeping his promise to his devotees. So in material world, many people, they give so many promises, but no one keeps the promise. But whereas Krishna, he told Arjuna, you make you make a declaration in the ninth chapter, what we see. Krishna tells Arjuna that my devotee is, he's infallible. Skaunteya pratijani na me bhakta pranashyati. So then, he is never contaminated by the three modes of nature. So we are usually, what we see, we are being contaminated by the three modes of material nature. From morning until evening, our mind is undergoing so many changes. We have different moods. So the three modes, they are affecting all the living entities, including the demigods. It is not only human being exception. So in the nature, since morning, night, until the night, the three modes of nature, they are there. So these three modes of material nature, they are all pervading, but they can't affect Krishna. Then he whose body is Satchidananda. Then he who takes care of his surrendered devotees, he who never falls down. Then Apapa Vidya means he is unaffected by the laws of karma. Achyuta means Krishna is not affected by laws of karma. That is also, we will not go in depth. So Krishna is not affected by the laws of karma. Material world, everyone is affected by laws of karma. Then he who cannot be defeated by anyone. Achyuta means he cannot be defeated by anyone. Then he who is conscious of past, present and future events. Krishna, he was conscious, he knew everything, what was in the past, what is happening in the present and what is going to happen in the future. So Krishna explains in the 7th chapter this thing. Then he who never fails in his duty. Achyuta means, Prabhupada explains in this thing in Bhagavatam, 3rd canto. So he who never fails in his duty. That is another this thing. Then this ignorance cannot touch Krishna. Achyuta means ignorance cannot touch Krishna. And he who cannot be enticed by any woman. And he who never cannot be deluded by anyone. And he who can get things done as he desires. That is another meaning given. So like what we see in material world, we desire so many things. But Krishna, he can achieve anything. Whatever he wants, he can get easily. And Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna is being addressed with this Achyuta Gotra, Achyuta Bhaktanam. Like there are many names. He is addressed by this name Achyuta almost in all the cantos, from Brahma to all the devotees. Even Kamdev, in one verse he mentions that yes, you cannot be defeated by, you cannot be enticed. Even Kamdev, he tried to defeat Krishna. There is one pastime of Kamdev coming to Vrindavan. In the Parikrama Marg, there is one place where Kamdev, he tried to entice Krishna. But still he failed in his attempt. So this is what we see, that many of the devotees there, and even including the demigods, they address Krishna as Achyuta, means that is infallible. So now we'll go to the next 54 names. So I'll not go in depth because I have just 35 minutes. Also, if time permits, I'll tell the 25 names of Arjuna. So Adi Yagya, Lord of all sacrifices, the super soul. So then Adi Dev, the original supreme person, Lord, from whom all other incarnations manifest. So what we see, Etecha Amsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. So from Krishna, what we see, Krishna is addressed as Purushottama in Bhagavad Gita. Then from Krishna there are Purusha Avatar, Leela Avatar, then there is a Yuga Avatar, Manvantra Avatar, Guna Avatar, then Shaktavesha Avatar. These are the categories of Avatar. But we should know all they manifest from Krishna. And in Krishna's, what Prabhupada explains, in Krishna's body, all the incarnations are there in Krishna himself. Then Adi Karta, the supreme creator of all material and spiritual things. So then Amit Vikarma, the Lord having unlimited strength. What we see in Krishna's Vrindavan manifest pastimes, Krishna, he didn't change his forms during his pastimes from day one. Whatever leelas he was doing, from killing Putna to all the demons, Krishna never changed his body or his form, nothing. There is no mention by Sukdev Goswami that Krishna expanded or Krishna had to make his body big or he had to push some energy like that. So then, Ananta, he who is unending, he who has no limits. Then Ananta Rupa, the unlimited forms of the Lord. What we see, Krishna in the 11th chapter, we see Krishna showed two forms. One is Vishwarupa and one is Kal Rupa. The Kal Rupa is the form that will also come. So this is Krishna's Ananta Rupa. Then after Ananta Rupa, Ananta Virya. So there are many words, they sound familiar. So Lord having unlimited potencies. In the 10th chapter what we see, Krishna, all his potencies are explained. They are called Vibhutis. So Krishna has unlimited potencies. And in each planet, Krishna has one Brahma creating in one Brahmand, what we call 84 lakh species of life. Then Aprameya, that means the Supreme Lord who is immeasurable. So material world, even Brahma explains in the 10th canto that a time will come, a scientist may count the granules, the sand particles, but no one will be able to count Krishna's qualities. So then Apratima Prabhava, that means the Supreme Lord whose power is immeasurable. So material world, the scientists, whatever they do in the material world, they see the phenomena and they try to measure the energy of so many things. But as far as it goes to Krishna, they can't measure. So then Arisudana, he is addressed by Arjuna, that is killer of his enemies or demons. Then this Bhagwan, Sri Bhagwan Uvacha in Bhagavad Gita, Vyasdev quotes 28 times. Now all the verses we can't go. Krishna is being addressed as Sri Bhagwan Uvacha 28 times by Vyasdev. So these 6 qualities, they are mentioned in Vishnu Puran by Parashar Muni. Aishwaryasya samagrasya virasya shriya jnana vairagyasya shan bhagna iti gna. That means the Supreme Personality of Godhead is thus defined by Parashar Muni as one who is full in 6 opulences, who has full strength, fame, wealth, knowledge, beauty and renunciation. So we'll not go in detail about this. The 6 opulence, main opulences of Krishna. So then Bhuta Bhavana, the Lord who is the origin of everything. That's called Bhuta Bhavana. Then Bhuta Bharta, the maintainer of all living entities. What we see, so as per Guna Avatar, Brahma is the creator and Vishnu is the maintainer and Lord Shiva is the destroyer. And Krishna is seated in everyone's heart as the super soul. So this way, Krishna is maintaining all the living entities in material world practically. Then Bhut Esha, the supreme controller of everyone. So what we see in material world, there are so many controllers. In the Bhagavatam also what we see, there are lot many Ishwaras, there are 18 Puranas, different Ishwaras are mentioned. But Krishna is the supreme Ishwar, Deva, the supreme personality of Godhead. Then Deva Deva, the chief god of all demigods. So in the 10th chapter, Krishna explains that even the demigods, in the sages, they do not know his origin. So Krishna is the chief among all the demigods here. Then Deva Vrata. Deva Vara means the greatest among the demigods. Then Devesha, the supreme lord of all lords. Then Govinda, all of you know, Govinda has lot many meanings and Prabhupada has given different meanings. So the giver of pleasure to the cows, devotees and senses. Even the Rishikesh also comes as a giver of pleasure. So here Govinda has three meaning what we see. Krishna who gives pleasure to the cows, the devotees and the senses. Then Hari. Hari also has lot many different definitions given by our different acharyas. So he who removes all inauspiciousness and who steals hearts of devotees. Also Hari means a lion in Sanskrit. So also Krishna explains that one who becomes very dear to me, I take everything from them. Anyone knows what is the verse? Yasyaham anugrahamami harisya tad dhanam shanai shanai. Krishna explains. So we should not lament if we lose something. That means Krishna is loving us and is trying to take us what is not good for us. So then Rishikesh, Krishna, master of all senses and direct the senses of devotees. It is being addressed here 7 times. And what we see practically, Krishna was controlling the senses of Arjuna in the Mahabharata war. And also there is one nice pastime. After the end of Mahabharata war, actually Balramji he didn't took part in the Mahabharata war. He went on a pilgrimage. And he came to know that the war is going to end the last day. And that day he came in the evening just to see. So he got the news that Duryodhan and Bhima, they are fighting with the mace. So now you should know that Balramji is the well-wisher of Duryodhan. So he is his guru. So actually Balramji he came to give some good counseling that better you stop, none of you will win the war. So, but somehow Krishna wanted that Duryodhan should be killed. So what happened, they were so much, antagonistic against each other. They didn't listen to Balramji. There is a saying, na vinasha kale viprita buddhi. So still Krishna was there directing Bhima. And Krishna, he started just flapping on his thigh. And he indicated Bhima just has hit on the thigh of Duryodhan. So till that time, Balramji was there. And when Bhima did this action, Balramji wanted to kill Bhima. But Krishna, he told, he's my man. So Balramji, he said, okay, then I'm going. You take decision. So Balramji know what is going to happen, what will be the fate. So what we see, even when Jarasandh and Bhima, they were fighting for 28 days, there was no result. So ultimately Krishna, he took one straw and he indicated Bhima, how to bifurcate Jarasandha. So this way what we see, there are so many pastimes whereby we can see that Krishna, he is guiding the devotees. Tesham satatu iktanam bhajatam priti purokam dadami buddhi yogam. Krishna gives that tinge of understanding when the time comes. So right, Krishna will hit. Then Shirsha, the Supreme Lord with unlimited heads. What we see, there is no mention of how many heads were there. Actually Sanjay, neither Arjuna, they have not quoted how many heads they saw or counted. So Shirsha means unlimited heads. Then Ishwar. So what we should know, Ishwar means, even Vyasdev mentions Bhagwan means only Sri Krishna is Bhagwan. There are many other Bhagwans. Even Vyasdev, or even if one has one single opulence, he is also addressed as Bhagwan. But even among the Ishwar, there are so many Ishwars. But Krishna is Parameshwar. Then Jagan Nivasa, the refuge of the universe or cosmic sustainer. Then Jagatpati, the Lord of the entire universe.
You mean refuge, not refuge.
Achha.
This is garbage.
Yeah.
You mean refuge.
Yeah.
The only shelter.
Yeah. Okay. Then Jagatpati. After that, Janardhan. Also this has lot many meanings. This word Janardhan has a different meaning. Maintainer of all living entities and chastiser of the enemies. So Krishna addressed here in Bhagavad Gita Krishna as 6 times. This is so certain words, names of Krishna, they are addressed. So here Janardhan is being addressed as
What does this book mean?
huh?
What does
This pastime. So can anyone guess what is this pastime? Rukmi. When Krishna was taking away Rukmini, Rukmi wanted to catch Krishna, bind Krishna. So when Krishna was about to kill Rukmi, so when he saw Rukmini was fearful, and so Balramji, he deviated Krishna from killing Rukmi, and Krishna defaced Rukmi. So this is Rukmi, the elder brother of Rukmini. Then Kala, another form of Krishna, all devouring and destroying death. Kalosmi loke shayakrit pravruddho. Krishna explains, I have come in the form of time. So as I told you, that there are 5 subject matters of Bhagavad Gita. One topic is time. So time is very important. We should know. Even Rupa Goswami explains in Nectar of Devotion that one should not unnecessarily waste the time. So then Kamala Patraksha. So Krishna, his body, different parts are mentioned to the petals of lotus, especially his eyes, lips, his navel, the feet, the palms, they are compared to the lotus petal. Even Kunti Maharani addresses Krishna. Anyone knows the verse? Namo Pankaja Nabhaya. Yeah. So then Keshav, this also has lot many meanings. Krishna, the name Keshav has different meanings, and in Mathura there is one temple called Keshav Dev. So what Brajavasis explain, that when Krishna he killed Kamsa, Devaki, Vasudev, even Nanda Maharaj, they couldn't believe that Kamsa is dead. So just to convince them, Krishna he pulled Kamsa by the hair. So that's why it is mentioned that Krishna's one name is Keshav, who has very beautiful curly hairs. So this is again mentioned 7 times. Krishna's name as Keshava comes 7 times. Then Keshi Nisudana, killer of the demon Keshi, who came in the form of a demon horse. This was the second last demon whom Krishna killed before leaving Vrindavan. Then Krishna, it comes 12 times. So almost all of our acharyas have given different definitions. The name of Krishna. Also Rupa Goswami explains there is unlimited nectar in this name. So all attractive, 2-armed Supreme Lord, who is the cause of all expansions. Krishna. Then Mahadev, husband of the goddess of fortune. Then Madhusudan, killer of the demon Madhu. Also Madhusudan means Krishna holding 4 weapons. Shankha, Chakra, Gadha, Padma. That is also, he is mentioned as Madhusudan. Then Mahabhav, Lord having mighty arms. Then Mahatma. Also in material world sometimes the conditioned soul also, they are also addressed as Mahatma. But we should know that Krishna is also addressed as Mahatma, means the great Lord, the great soul, and the Lord of in the heart. That means Mahatma, the Lord seated in the heart. Then Mahayogeshwaraha, the most powerful mystic Lord. So in one place Prabhupada quotes that Krishna is such a mystic. So one time there was a forest fire and all the cows, cowherd boys, Brajavasis, they were completely fearful. So Krishna he told, okay, close your eyes, and he just drank that fire, he engulfed the fire. So Prabhupada mentions, in different places, Prabhupada has given different meaning for Yogeshwar, of Krishna's name as Yogeshwar. So then Param Ishwar, so this is the perfect here thing, what we should know. Parameshwar means the supreme controller. Krishna can control anyone. Bhoktaram yajna tapsam sarva loka maheshwar. So here is addressed as Parameshwar. Then Prabhu. So even the devotees there also called as Prabhu. But Krishna is addressed 4 times as Prabhu, that Supreme Lord or the Master of all. Then Prajapati. Usually Prajapati means the progenitors, Manus, they are called Prajapatis. The Lord of all moving and static means trees and all, creatures. Then Parapitamaha. This is also very important. Brahma is addressed as Pitamaha, but Parapitamaha means Krishna is the initial, the great grandfather. Pitahamasya Jagata Mata Dhata Pitamaha. Twice Krishna addresses in Bhagavad Gita. That is the father of all living entities. And he is seed giving father. Then Purushottam. So this word is very difficult for the demons to digest. That's why they address Krishna as Purush Adham. They call Krishna as Purush Adham and lowest of mankind. So there are even Shishupal, he addressed Krishna as Purush Adham. But we should know why Krishna is Purushottam. There are so many pastimes. So this pastime what you see in the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the ocean churning pastime, in the churning of the ocean. So anyone knows how many things came from the churning of the ocean? Anyone knows how many things came from the churning of the ocean? Can anyone count how many things? 14 things. How many? Including Lakshmi appeared from the ocean. When demons and demigods, they churned the ocean. So what happened when Lakshmi she came with the garland? So all they were lined up, demons and demigods, thinking that she will garland them. So they were very anxious that whom she will garland. So she found, if you read Bhagavatam in the 8th canto, it is in the 8th canto. So there are so many these things, points mentioned, as many as 20 points. See, Lakshmi found, even from Shiva to Brahma, no one is perfect. What Lakshmi found is only that Lord Vishnu is the perfect being among all the demigod and the demons there. And ultimately she garlanded Lord Vishnu there. So then, what you see, Sahasra Bahahu, the 1,000-handed form. So here it is mentioned that Krishna, he manifested in his Vishwarupa, that is a 1,000-handed form. Then Sakha, Krishna is also mentioned as Sakha, the most dear and intimate friend of Arjuna. Then Ugra Rupa, Krishna has one fierce form, that is of, anyone can tell which is the fierce form of Krishna? Another form? Narsinghadev. Okay, Prabhupada mentions Krishna's Ugra form is Narsinghadev. Also in the Bhagavad Gita, his Ugra form is that of time. Krishna, he told Arjuna, you act as just instrument. I have already killed all. Only you 5 Pandavas. Krishna, he told before the beginning of the war, what will be the outcome. So in today's world, there are many people, they predict so many things. But what we see, Krishna, he predicted before the war, what will be the result. And he wanted Arjuna just to become an instrument. And even in the 11th chapter, what we see, Krishna, he showed Arjuna practically what is going to happen with Bhishma, Drona, all these big fighters. So this is his Kala Rupa. Then Varshnaya means the descendant of Vrishni, the Vrishni dynasty. Then Vasudeva, son of Vasudeva, proprietor of everything, material and spiritual. Then Vishnu, the Lord of who pervades the entire universe. Then Vishwamurti, personification of the entire universe. So what we see, Krishna in his bodily effulgence, what it is called Brahma Jyoti. So in that, all the material and spiritual planets, they are floating. Then Vishwavara, that means Vishweshwar, the Lord of the universe, the controller. Then Vishwarupa, the Lord who also has the unlimited form. Then after that, Yadu. Yadu means Yadav. Sorry, Yadav means he who appeared in the Yadu dynasty. So usually Krishna appears in two dynasties. One is Sun dynasty and one is Moon dynasty. So Krishna, he appeared in the Moon dynasty. Then Yajna, personification of sacrifice, the goal and enjoyer of all sacrifices. Then 54, Yogeshwar. Again, Prabhupada gives different definitions for Yogeshwar. The supreme master of all sacrifices. Bhoktaram yajna sapasam sarvaloka maheshwar. So, we should know that even this, there is one word used like in material world, people are using certain terminologies. Jayanti. What Prabhupada explains, this Jayanti is used only for Krishna, not other demigods. Like in today's material world, people use for some netas and other things, but it is not proper. So this is a 54, Yogeshwar. Then after that, this is the last, Yogi, the supreme mystic person. So this way, what we see, we didn't go much in depth because of time limit. So there is one pastime of Nar Narayan. What happened during the pastime, this comes in the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when the Lord was doing tapasya as Nar Narayan Rishi in the Himalayas. So one time, all of you know Indra. So if you find somebody is doing big tapasya, then he feels little, irritated. So Indra, he sent lot many apsaras just to entice Nar Narayan. And what happened? These apsaras who went there, they were dancing. And they are trying to break the samadhi of Nar Narayan Rishi. So when the Lord, he saw what is happening, he put his hand on his thigh. And it is mentioned that unlimited apsaras, they animated. They came from the body of the Lord. And they started dancing in the sky, not on the earth. They were little higher. So among them, the Lord, he chose one. Her name is Urvashi. She was given to Indra. So the Lord, he told, okay, be happy with this. So this way, what we see, we mentioned the 55 names which are addressed by Arjuna and Sanjay. So now we'll take a quick look of Arjuna's 25 names. So in Mahabharata, there are 10 important names of Arjuna mentioned. So anyone knows who told these 10 names of Arjuna? Anyone knows the story? Arjuna, he asked someone, what are my 10 names in disguise?
Son of Virat.
Huh?
Son of Virat.
Yes, what is his name? Great, at least you have made it. Okay, you recall. Actually, when Arjuna, he was driving the chariot of son of Virat, that time, the son of Virat, he mentioned the 10 names of Arjuna. They are Dhananjay, Vijay, Shvetavahan, Falguni, Kiriti, Vivastu, Savyasachi, Arjuna, Jisnu and Krishna. So these are mentioned in Mahabharata. These are the 10 names. Uttar. Uttar Kumar.
Uttar. Son of Virat name is
Uttar. Uttar. Yes. Uttar, he mentioned these 10 names of Krishna. Sorry, Arjuna. So now, first is Anaga. Anaga means the sinless one, free from sins. Now here, what we see, Arjuna, he is fighting on behalf of Krishna. So whatever he does, he will be untouched by sin. That we should be sure. Why here? Now these names, these are addressed by Krishna to Arjuna. And some names by Sanjay. So Arjuna is addressed Anaga because whatever he is going to do in the war, even killing Bhishma and others, so he is not going to be affected by the sin. That's why he is called Anaga. Then Arjuna is addressed 25 times. Arjuna Uvacha, altogether it comes that 48 times Arjuna's names are mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Then Bharata, the descendant of Bharata dynasty. So there are three Bharat, and this Bharatvarsh is named after king, the son of Rishabdev. So then Bharata Rishabha, the chief among Bharatas, best of the Bharatas, 8 times Arjuna is being addressed as Bharata Rishabha. Then Bharata Sattama, the best of Bharatas. Then Bharata Shrestha, the chief of Bharatas. Then Deha Deha Bhratam, best of the embodied. In material world what we see, why Arjuna is called as the best of the embodied means Arjuna could go in his self-same body even to heavenly planets. Even Arjuna, he could go to heavenly planet and he could do any task. Like it is mentioned that when Dronacharya was teaching them archery, so one time Arjuna was taking prasad in the evening time, and all of a sudden the lamp went off. There was complete darkness. So still his mouth, it is natural the hand goes into the mouth. But Arjuna, he got a doubt, how come I can eat in the darkness? So then he went and he asked Dronacharya, can you teach me the archery, how to fight in the darkness? So then Dronacharya, he found, yes, this is the perfect. Who can learn this? Even Dronacharya didn't teach his son, Ashwathama, this. Although he may give him Brahmastra, he gave him. But this art, it was only taught to Arjuna. Then Dhananjay. Anyone knows why Arjuna is called Dhananjay? 11 times he is addressed. Yes, he acquired wealth for the Yajna of Yudhishthira Maharaj. Actually, he bought all the scrap of gold. Again, they made it into golden utensils. Then Dhanurdhar, carrier of Gandiva, bow and arrows. So here Krishna, so Arjuna is addressed as Dhanurdhar. So Arjuna's this thing is called Gandiv. So who gave Gandiv to Arjuna? Anyone knows? Agnidev? Shiva, Lord Shiva. Okay? Lord Shiva gave. Okay, great. Then Godakesha, great. This is also what we should be like. One who has conquered sleep and ignorance. So Godakesha means one who has conquered over sleep. What Prabhupada explains, that excess sleeping is ignorance. Excess sleeping is ignorance. So Prabhupada explains a devotee should on an average take only 6 hours sleep. So one who has conquered sleep and ignorance. So what we see, the dog Dog is also called Swan. Dog has a name by this. Actually, dog is such a living entity which has conquered over the sleep. The dog sleeps only for a small time. Although he is sleeping, but he is awake. Unlike other animals, the dog doesn't go into hibernation or snoring. Although he is sleeping, but he is very active. Then Kapi Dhwaja. So actually Hanumanji was sitting on the chariot. Actually Hanumanji promised, whom he promised, Hanumanji, that he will be taking part in Mahabharata war. Whom Hanumanji promised? Bhima. Yeah, he went to take the lotus. In Mahabharata it is mentioned. So Kapi Dhwaja. Then Kaunteya, 28 times, the son of Queen Kunti. There is 28 times he is mentioned. Then Kiriti, wearing a diamond-studded crown on the head. Then Kuru Nandana, the beloved child of Kuru dynasty. Then Kuru Pravira, the best of Kuru warriors. So what we see, there were so many, this thing, different people have different opinions. Who's the best fighter? Either Karna or Arjuna. Karna never accepted that Arjuna can defeat him. But here he is called Kuru Pravira. Then Kuru Sattama, the best among all Kuru warriors. Then Kuru Sreshta, the best of Kurus. Then Mahabahu, the mighty arms and weapons. 11 times. Arjuna is mentioned 11 times as Mahabahu. Then Pandava, the son of King Pandu, 9 times. Then Parantapa, chastiser, subduer and conqueror of the enemy. Is mentioned 10 times. Is addressed as Parantapa. Then Partha, 42 times. This is the maximum what we see. Arjuna is addressed Partha, that is 42 times. Then Purusha Rishabha, that means best among men. So this is 23rd. Then 24th, Purusha Vyagra, the tiger among men. Then last, Savyasachi, one who can fight with both hands. So in material world there are very few people who can do double tasks. Today's world we do multitasking with different senses. But Arjuna, he could fight with both hands. That's why he is addressed as Savyasachi. So this way, these are the 25 names of Arjuna which are there in the Bhagavad Gita. So Hare Krishna. So we finished on time. So anyone has any question? Prabhuji had one question. Microphone. Some microphone is there?
It is said he doesn't change the body.
Who? Krishna.
You see, he takes birth.
Yeah, Krishna has manifest pastimes. See, Krishna's Leelas, they are divided into 4 parts. The Leela, eternal Leelas which are going on in the spiritual world, Golok, Vrindavan, they are called Nitya Leela. Krishna has eternal age. Anyone knows what is Krishna's eternal age? Radharani's eternal age? No. No. Still, I'll tell in the end. Okay, just let me finish the question of. So, Krishna's pastime in the Golok Vrindavan, they are called Nitya Leela. So, there Krishna is Satchid Anand and his age is called Nava Yauvan. What is called? Nava Yauvan. Nava Yauvan means always he is the same. He is not changing. So, during the Mahabharata war, Krishna was around how many years? Yes, perfect. Krishna was 125 years, but he was still looking 15 years old. Okay? Then the second this thing, Krishna's Leela, that is a Nitya Leela. Then here what Krishna does, earthly pastime, it is called Prakat Leela. What Leela it is called? Yeah. Now, 5,000 years ago when Krishna was doing the pastime, that is called Prakat Leela. What is called? It is called Prakat Leela. When Krishna was there, but all couldn't understand that he is Krishna. But what pastime is now going on, it is called Aprakat Leela. So still Krishna's pastimes, Ashtakalya Leelas are going on. Only elevated persons can they see what is happening. They can now understand. Now Krishna has milked the cow. Now he is going to take a shower as per his Ashtakalya Leela. After that he will have his dinner. Then Nanda Maharaj has the assembly house. Then there will be lot many programs there until the time he goes to the bed. So now the Leela what are happening here, they are called Aprakat Leela. So in manifest Leela, in Prakat Leela, there is another part. It is called Naimittik Leela. What is that? Naimittik Leela. So Naimittik Leela means in that Krishna is killing the demons, lifting the Govardhan, going to Mathura, Dwarka. These are called Naimittik Leela. So, okay. So what we see, Krishna in manifest Leela, in Golok Vrindavan there is no stealing of butter and all. Butter there Krishna has, okay, butter stealing, everything is there. In one sense, Krishna is not small there. He is not a baby Krishna there. There is no Damodar Leela there. In Golok Vrindavan, there is no Damodar Leela. So these Leelas, what Krishna is doing here, so they are earthly pastime, and Krishna's age is divided into five from his birth. First, anyone knows what is the first Krishna's after birth? What is called? Which? Pauganda, Kaumara, Kishora. After that comes now Yauvan. Okay? After birth. So these are the 5 categories. So Krishna's eternal age, you can write down 15 years, 9 months, 7 days. This is Krishna's eternal age. So anyone knows Radharani? What is Radharani's eternal age? 14 years, 2 months, 15 days. Radharani's eternal age. So Radharani 14.2.15, Krishna is 15.9.7. So we don't want to give you hours. So this is year, month and days. Okay. So anyone has any comment? Okay.
I guess I can speak loud.
Yeah, fine, no problem.
In the beginning of your presentation, you divided the names of Krishna into
Yeah.
Leela, Guna. So what is the difference? How do you discriminate between karma and Leela?
No, karma means Krishna is not bound by karma.
Yeah.
But Krishna is doing many activities, like herding the cows. So these are not material karma. Janma karma chame divyam. Our acharyas, they explain that we have to meditate on Krishna's nama, guna, leela, karma. We have to meditate on these pastimes. So according to that, it is categorized. Krishna has no, what we say, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita also explains, na mam karmani limpanti, na me karma spriya. What Krishna explains, I am not bound by any karmic reactions. So, but Krishna, when he is doing some activities, they are also called some karma. So we have to take in that sense.
Could you show the list again?
Yeah, and the names you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I switched off. Okay. So I gave the name like Krishna as a.
Did you put the name Govinda in?
Yeah. Govinda means he is taking care of cows. 1 minute. Let us go to that slide. Govinda means he is herding the cows. I told Govinda has different meanings. You can take any one meaning. Govinda means the master of the senses. Krishna who is giving pleasure to the senses. Master of the cows, like that. 1 minute. This.
Because I mean, even in this Leela, is
Yeah.
performing activity.
Yeah. Can ask, you can go ahead, no problem. So it's got little hanged up. Okay.
Maybe you're not meant to answer that question.
Okay, we'll go once again. You can go have a look at that. It is in the beginning. So basically, what we see in Krishna's pastimes, what we see. That we are being told that yes, we should meditate on Krishna's different these things. So here, as I Krishna's names, and they are according to the activities. The first is Janma, birth. So by birth he is given different names. Okay, that is clear. Then Karma. So now your question comes. Then there is a Guna, then Rupa, then Leela. So Karma means here it is Madhusudan, then Arisudan, then Keshini Sudan, Govinda, like that.
Can you go to Leela?
Yeah, Leela. So now, according to Leela, what we see, he's lifting Govardhan, he's stealing butter, then Damodar Leela. So these,
He's also doing what?
yeah, Giridhari, yeah, it is there, no? Yeah, it is there. No, no, I can't put all the big list. So
Why is it not in karma?
no, this lifting Govardhan is a Leela. Actually, it is not a karma. Krishna is not just lifting for just helping. Actually, lifting the Govardhan hill, actually it is one of the pastimes. In one sense, what we see, that is not a, although it is karma, but it is one pastime. What we see, Krishna wanted a reunion, family reunion. Actually, behind Govardhan pastime, there are at least 15 to 20 reasons are there. Krishna wanted to tell Brajavasis not to, there is no need to worship demigods. So he wanted to subdue the ego of Indra. So Krishna wanted, one of our acharyas, they explained that Krishna wanted a family reunion. So for 7 days he was holding. So that is a Leela. There are so many Leelas of. So basically there are 4 qualities of Krishna which are Krishna only does in Vrindavan.
Family is what? Which family?
Hmm?
Family. You say family is that.
Family reunion, Krishna, he reciprocates with us in 5 rasas. Shantras, Dasyaras, Sakyaras, Vatsalyaras, Madhuryaras. So Shantras, all the cows, calf, all the other living entities, they come in Shantras. Shantras. Then Dasyaras means Krishna has so many servants. Then Sakyarans means all the cowherd boys. Then comes Vatsalya, all elderly Brajavasis, men, women. And Madhurya means all the gopis. So Krishna wanted a family reunion to be with the Brajavasis. Because what we see Krishna's Astakali Leela, Krishna is not with all at a certain period of time. When Krishna is going for herding the cows, the gopis are not there. When there is a Ras Leela, others are not there. So this way, but Krishna, he wanted that a time should be there, like when all should come together. So that was one of his desire. So Indra is just an instrument. So any other queries? Oh, sorry.
Could you speak more about the on the karma, like
Yeah,
you explained Leela? Could you explain more about this under karma? Madhu?
yeah. He killed the demon Madhu. Yeah. Then Arisura means Arista. He's killed Aristasur. Then Madhu.